I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello there, Brian Saunders here, and I hope you're doing well in quarantine. Welcome back to another edition of Quarantine with the Stars, where I'm catching up with your favorite celebs to see how they're staying safe and sane in quarantine. Today, I am joined by the incredibly talented, chart-topping R&B superstar from Boyz II Men, Shawn Stockman. Shawn, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for having me, man.
It is an absolute pleasure. I'm super excited to be talking about all we're covering today. We're going to be talking about how you're keeping busy during quarantine, your music, and so much more fun stuff.
All good. Let's go.
Perfect. Well, we were just talking about this off air, but I do want to get your thoughts on it right now. The Teddy Riley versus Babyface showdown. Tell me your thoughts on that, and what did you think about that?
Well, I thought it was amazing. Two of some of the greatest producers the world has ever known, going head to head in a friendly, competitive battle. I thought it was great. There were a lot of people that showed up. I think all of the Black entertainment industry was was watching this one. It brought back a lot of memories, and it was a nostalgic moment. And just to hear the stories in between the songs and to hear all the hit records that these two producers created was a treat for everybody while we're at home. Like, so it's kind of a two-part question, because these are the things that I do at home now. Like I watch live streams from friends of mine in the music industry, Questlove and D Nice and Ninth Wonder and all these guys. They have really great sets that they just play for the people. And this is the beautiful thing about, this daunting experience that we're all facing, in the midst of us doing the right thing, social distancing and staying home as we should. Entertainment has not been lost. We still have a lot to view and be voyeuristic about and enjoy and all that. So the Teddy Babyface thing was a prime example of that. And I was just so happy to witness that and see it.
Definitely. Now, you mentioned you've been watching live streams, which is great. Everybody, like you mentioned, is on that. It's such a great way for entertainment to still keep going. But what else are you doing at home? How else are you keeping busy?
Well, now that there's no school, I am now a teacher, thanks to my kids. Like, I have to do homeschooling and actually do stuff that I'm really not that good at. I'm not good at teaching curriculum, especially LAUSD curriculum. It's
you and
crazy.
Me both.
Yeah. So, with that, and actually, I've been recording some songs with some friends of mine. Actually, I did some songs. Actually, one song with New Kids on the Block that we're going to release on Friday. It's called House Party, and it's us, it's Jordan Sparks, it's Naughty by Nature, and it's us.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So we recorded that, and that's coming out Friday with a video, actually. I'm actually going to shoot my scene in this very room that you see, that, I'm going to be doing my little thing and all that. And, it's going to be fun. So I've been doing that. And also doing some production work and writing songs and stuff like that. I never had a studio in my house, but I was forced to get one, thanks to this pandemic. So I ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon and Guitar Center, and they shipped it, and I got it, and you don't need much to set up a studio. Just put the equipment together, and I've been writing songs and recording.
Absolutely. I love that. Well, tell me more about that. What was it like collaborating with New Kids on the Block and Jordan Sparks? That sounds amazing.
It was very distant, because we all did, we all did it from our homes via Zoom, and we all recorded our parts individually, and the song came out dope. Like, it's a dope record, and I wish I did this album that I just released at home. I think it would have been a even just a different result. I think the songs still are good, but I think the experience of recording in your home is just a little more personal, and you can really dig deep and get into certain things that you normally wouldn't do in a studio, because you have all the time in the world.
Definitely. I love that. So tell me more about your music. So who is your musical inspiration?
It ranges, man. Like, it goes from Marvin Gaye to J.S. Bach to Babyface to Teddy Riley to Dr. Dre to James Taylor,
Yeah.
like, it's all over the place. Like, I have an eclectic brain. I got a lot of stuff swirling up in this little kitchen up here. So, it varies, and certain influences come out a little more prominent than others depending on the type of song I'm doing. So I try, and I've always tried to be open-minded, to not really pigeonhole myself, just because I always want to grow. I always feel like there's always something to do and always something to learn. But those influences, they're so vast in my head, like, it's crazy. So I just try, at least with this album, I try to incorporate all of those things. A friend of mine who's a producer, he listened to it. He was like, yeah, this album it's like all, it's different stuff. I was like, yeah, that was the whole point. The whole point
Yes.
is to create what people can see as me being an individual in a group that people most know me for. That's why
For
I
sure.
did it. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, speaking
Yeah.
of that group, what inspired you to start Boyz II Men, and what was the dynamic like working with them?
Well, Boyz II Men, for the record, we're still a group. We still have a
Yes.
residency in Vegas that you guys can check out. I did not break up. I didn't leave the group or anything like that. So for those who are asking, no, I did not. But actually, Nate founded the group. I was one of the members that came in later on as he was putting people in. And but I did come up with the name. And
Yes.
yeah, and it's been cool. It's been a great 29 years so far. And I'm just happy that people still love what we do after so many years. Like, it's the industry's hard, and it's hard to get past the summer, let alone 29 of them. So I'm very happy. And listen, this solo record is a testament of my happiness. It had nothing to do with me wanting to do anything else but create more music outside of the group, and that was it.
For sure. Favorite Boyz II Men song if you could only listen to one?
Ooh, that's a ooh. Uh, I would say Bend the Knee.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, I would say Bend the Knee, only because when I first heard it, like, I felt like it was such a beautiful record, and
Hmm.
felt like it was one of the best experiences I had working with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, who have been some of my favorites since I was a little boy. So to actually work with them in that respect, and that be the first song we ever do with them, and that be a hit record,
Hmm.
um, it just I have a lot of good memories about that record. So I would have to say that.
Amazing. And real quick, I just have a fun little question. So I know you judged on the Sing Off, which was such a fun show. It launched the careers of many great artists and groups.
Yes, yes.
So what I want to know is if you could judge on a current music competition show, which one would you want to judge?
Probably American Idol. American Idol. I'm surprised they ain't called me yet. Because it would just be a fun. I'm no one's signed it, so it
Yeah,
definitely would have that energy or anything like that. And I just don't feel like you got to like crush somebody's like heart under your foot to give
hmm,
people good advice. You can still give people sound advice and be stern and be real with them without necessarily, being a butthole. And shout out to
definitely.
Simon, because I love Simon, and he's actually a very sweet guy. But it's like his persona on TV is kind of a little abrasive. But that's his thing. That's what he does. But yeah, American Idol. I would love to have been on that and judge that a little bit. And,
For
kind of give some
sure.
of these kids a leg up.
Definitely. Well, ABC, we're waiting for you to call Shawn and have
Holla at
him
your
on.
boy. I'm at home.
Amazing. All right, Shawn, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to shout out or promote?
Just want to say thank you for everybody who's supported my solo album, my debut solo album called Forward. It's it's in all the major DSPs right now. You can download it, enjoy it at the crib, because I know you ain't going nowhere else. And just follow me on Instagram at Shawn Stockman Official. And that's it, man. Thank you very much. Hope to be out very soon, perform with my guys, Boyz II Men. Like I said, we have a residency at the Mirage Resort and Casino in Vegas. So once Vegas opens back up and once the coast is clear, we're back at it. So come check us out.
Yes, we will all be there. I'll be there. And excuse to go to Vegas anyway. So I will hopefully see you there.
Vegas is going to be very full once it opens back up. Trust me. I'm
For
pretty
sure. I am ready. Well, it was such a pleasure talking to you, Shawn. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Brian
Thank
Santos.
you.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at the Brian Santos. This has been Quarantine with the Stars. Everybody out there, stay safe, stay positive, and most importantly, please stay home. Thank you so much again, Shawn, for joining, and thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.